Hi folks, this is the flip through of my October 2017 to 2018 October Miquel Ruis journal. It's got huge sections of it missing as far as months go or time, weeks. I had a lot going on, and unfortunately back then the first thing that got cut was my journaling time. I've changed my priorities on that one. Always make your journaling or art time. That's what makes you grow. That's what fuels you. So make sure that you give yourself the time to do the things you love to do, and journaling is definitely one of mine. So I'm not going to explain each page. This book goes from October 2017 to October 2018. There's some writing under there. And I go to different moods. I mean, my journaling pages are very different moods. And I use watercolor and paint and collage and markers and crayons and colored pencils and multimedia for sure in my journals. I use bits of everything. And I write this is more a Hobonichi where I tell about my day. I don't do a lot of personal journaling in here. You'll only see a few pages covered up that I did personal journaling in. And otherwise, it's just day-to-day stuff, an unfinished set of pages. There's times when you just, something compels you to move forward. And sometimes I write upside down, sometimes I write sideways. I have 4 different colors of ink to use when I want to use it. So I have a lot of very quick, fussless pages where I would like to fill a page that day. I'm compelled to fill a page. And I do pockets and things too when the mood strikes me. But I have a lot of just, surrounded pages where I just fill it in. That's just an unfinished Halloween page. Beautiful. Personal writing, a little bit of stuff. And then into November. And those are just 2 pages of some writing. Some handmade paper. I love that paper. That'll be showing up in some of the journals I'll be putting up for sale on Etsy soon. I'm done a couple of awesome gothic romantic type journals. Gypsy. There'll be a boho coming out too. Tim Hortons That Christmas was a Christmas sweater. Loved that, so I put it in there. Lots of writing there. And I do a tarot per month, and I do a gratitude list every month. And at the beginning of a new year, I'm working on my gratitude list right now, actually, to make sure that I stay very grateful for the things I have. This year has been a year full of gratitude for me. Amazing gratitude. So this is my day-to-day journal where I keep stock, see gratitude, check, and so on. You'll see that in all of my journals. And then these were some pages during Christmas. A little bit of remembrance of my mom and dad. And then what I'm leaving behind, I love this list. I do it every year. Every year. And you might want to think about doing it because what it does is it causes you to think about things in a different way. Instead of wanting to bring something to you, let certain things be what you leave behind in a given year, And then I pick a word for the year and so on, for the new year. And I just go from there. But I leave behind certain things in the old year that I'm that have been completed or that, no longer make me happy or serve me, so I leave them behind. And lots of stuff I just cut out of magazines. I always save titles and headlines and things like that. There's some writing underneath. And there's big gaps in this past year that I was writing, but hopefully it gets a little bit better. Some writing, I hide the writing below certain pictures. If it's really personal writing that I just mistakenly kind of put in here, sometimes I'll just paste a picture down over it. Like I've written it, so it's out and I don't need to see it. So I just cover it over. Mother's Day. Be authentic. That's my live motto these days. The older I get, the more being authentic seems so important. So very important. I doodle. I do whatever I want in this journal. Basically, it's such an expendable throwdown journal that I fill the pages pretty easily. And I just fell in love with Baby Groot. And I just fill the pages and I enjoy what's there, and I don't try and force it. If I go through a week or whatever where I'm not journaling, then I just leave it because I figure when the good time to go back to it is, I'll be going back. So throw yourself into the world. I love that. Loved it. Loved it. Just I try out new stamps, new colors, things like that. This is the book I try everything in. As far as like new drawing equipment or new art equipment, I usually try something out on a page in this. And that's just some hidden writing. And I left a few pages. For some reason, I have a tendency to leave a very small, there's about 7 usable pages here. Five. I have a tendency to leave a small bit of paper at the end of the book because I've noticed that there are times when I want to go back and I'm looking for a particular thing that happened through there, and I'll often start an index on those back pages just for my own referencing, like I took my last B12 shot then, or I went and visited my friend here or whatever, and I'll index them on those free pages at the back. So that's just me. I have a tendency to leave note areas where I can leave notes for myself. So that's my last year's journal, and I'll be doing a flip through as soon as I get done any significant amount this year. Otherwise, it's into art journaling and I'm going to try some live chats, like live stuff. I don't know what time of day yet. Mornings seem very popular, so I'll avoid those because all the really amazing artists and so on are on in the morning, it seems. Dee Dee and Mary and so on. Anyway, I'll figure it out. If you have a suggestion as to what time you'd like to see a live, or you'd like to participate in a live discussion while I do some art or some journaling, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you put what time zone you're in, so I know I'm on the Eastern time zone, Eastern Standard Time. So just let me know if you have a preference, and I'll see what I can do even about scattering them, because I'd like to get very active on this channel. I'm looking forward to spending the year just doing art and enjoying the people that do art too. So, or want to, or are starting, or whatever it is. So, I hope to see you back here again for today. Have an amazing day ahead.